We have a third in our call.
Is Louis Dangoor here?
I'm here.
My God. Hold on, let me
Hello,
put your
Louis.
video on the screen. Can everybody hear Louis?
Oh, please,
Who knows what's gonna happen?
Let me put your
I didn't
video
think
on.
it was this bad.
I gotta turn down the game right now. 'Cause no one gives a
What
shit.
a gritty performance.
Yeah, the game is secondary,
I'm
as
getting,
it typically is.
I'm getting smoked.
You knew you were gonna get
Trying to turn
smoked.
this thing
Yeah,
around.
dude. I still back the opinion. I can't.
Yeah, we're just gonna put Louis full screen. Fuck the game. There, Louis is our full Skype screen. is our full
Go,
screen.
ask me questions about the idea, and I will try and explain.
You were hold on. Now we're gonna pause the game.
We're gonna
so nobody
rename
can
the
hear
stream.
it. We're gonna
rename
tweet
the
this
stream.
out.
We're gonna rename the stream "The Trial of Louis Dangoor."
Oh, like, I don't normally get a lot of Twitter notifications, but Jesus, mother of God.
It's like, have you considered muting the tweets?
Yeah, I'm doing it now.
Whenever Sean gets a hold of anything of mine, that's the first thing I do.
Oh man, the numbers are about to skyrocket right now. I'm very excited. Thanks, Louis. Big draw, Louis Dangoor.
That's right.
This is not good.
Oh, it's fine.
I mean, it's fine. I still kind of back the opinion, you know, like
Maggie.
Maggie.
let me get Twitch open so I can see this.
Retweet my tweet, you coward, so people will come here.
I don't even follow you guys. Hold on.
You're not following me.
No, I don't use Twitch. So.
Oh, I don't care about Twitch. I'm saying on
Oh,
Twitter.
I'm literally full screen.
Yes, you're on your full
Yes.
screen.
Man. Okay. What do people want to know?
All right. First question. What were you
Jake-
thinking?
Okay, go ahead, Joel.
So what?
No,
go on.
first question. What were you thinking?
Okay. So I've been watching like TV series at the moment, unnamed TV series, and I was thinking on the train home today, how many times, like, does the guy get the girl and then do something stupid like a day later or that day and lose her? And I think it makes it even more interesting. Like, yes, Hangman has failed, but I think giving it to him and then taking it away right as he's got it and giving the title to someone like MJF. Obviously, you have Hangman beat MJF later down the line, but I think there's serious
Hello.
mileage in it. I
Fightful
do.
Faithful.
I really do. I've had 3 DMs from people, only 3, who said I agree with your take, but I don't want to voice it on Twitter.
Wow. They were cowards and did not actually.
They were cowards.
I don't like that people are gonna DM you and saying, can you expose them here?
No. Can I?
You
I
can.
don't know them well enough to expose them.
Oh, then that means they're not that important. You can expose them.
No. I'll consider doing a tweet later. But a lot of people have been comparing it to Moose and Josh Alexander.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought. That's why I said you write for Impact, because
I gotta be honest, right? I think that would have been like. I don't hate the Josh Alexander thing. Like, he's gonna win the title eventually.
is he?
But guess he's obviously gonna win the title.
He might be leaving the company.
But maybe he will leave. No, he won't leave. He won't leave.
If he
Hold
leaves
on.
the company, he's not gonna win the title.
He's gonna win the title. He is.
Jeremy, I have one question for you.
What?
On your XSplit, is the bits and notifications up top?
No, it's not. Louis got it. That's why there. Now I changed it.
Okay, I saw some come through. By the way, JJ, thank you for the bits. Parth Panda, thank you for the follow, and Throwback gifting a tier 1 sub to Maggie. Thank you for that. Keep going, please. Continue your cross examination.
Is he going to do it? Like, is
I
he?
think he is. And listen, you transfer that to AEW. If Tony Khan, like, listen, this is so not an AEW move. Let me get this. Hold up.
It looks like Biggie is teabagging your head with that video.
That's the perfect one. I love it.
So Chris Mueller from Bleacher Report.
Yes.
He says, considering AEW has never done a swerve like that, I'd be open to it. And that was kind of my thinking. Where it's like, it's so not an AEW move that it's like not how AEW treats his title reigns, that's going to make it even more impactful. Because like all the title reigns have been relatively long. If we do get a short one, it's going to be like, oh crap, like this is different from normal. The silence is deafening.
What do you want us to say, Louis? You're wrong. That's what it comes down to on this. You are wrong.
Listen. Can I ask you a genuine opinion? If they do this, do you think people will change their tune?
Change their tune of what?
Like actually think it's not smoke Tony Khan as much as I'm being smoked.
They would not be happy with Tony Khan if they did this.
I don't think he'd be getting butt fucked as much as I am.
I mean, he'd also be ignoring them a lot more than you have.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't really give a shit. Like, it's funny, and it's people being like,
Fightful
WWE writer, like, yeah, it's my job title. Like, okay. I should have made my bed.
I love that I had to allow the term buttfuck to be added to our word list. Thanks, Maggie.
I assume that's fine. But yeah, I've got a DM now. Oh no.
Is it from another coward who agrees with you but won't expose
No.
themselves?
It was Will Washington who made sure that I knew that he wasn't genuinely trying to.
Will's
now
very
we got to
good
bring
guy.
Will Washington onto this thing and tell him to be honest.
Will's a very
No.
good guy.
He was slating me. He was just wanting me to know that it wasn't him. Like he was meaning it in goodwill.
Right, of course, but also with the wink and the nod. So now we got to bring him on so that he can tell us that he actually meant that he wants you to get hooked.
Listen, the amount of cowards that think this is going to be a good idea is brilliant. Like, right, Friends, right? A good TV show. Did we all like Friends?
No.
It didn't age well.
It didn't age well, but it was a good show.
Louis, you weren't alive when Friends came out.
You want to hear a funny story? My cousin dated David Schwimmer. But, right, that's a story for another time.
We all dated David Schwimmer at one point. It was just the way of the world.
That's rude. Right. So, Ross and Rachel, right? He gets her, and then he doesn't get her, and then he gets her, and then he doesn't
Yeah, but they were on a break.
They were on a break, right? Hangman should be on a break from the title for a little bit.
No, Hangman's on a break from the Dark Order. We've already established this, and now they're back together, so everyone's happy again, and they can get married.
No. Like, no.
Louis, we are at the end. I hate that I have to keep using a Friends reference because I don't watch Friends. We are at the end. We are at the airport. We are at the getting on the flight. He's gonna get off the flight and get that Rachel, which is that title. He's going to win that title. We are.
We are not.
We are, because he leaves the airport with the title happily ever after, and we move on.
Vince McMahon would like this.
No, the problem is the idea you have is the one that Vince McMahon would like, because
Exactly.
God damn it, it would get all the heat. That's all it is.
MJF beats him in his hometown.
Could you imagine doing a fucking hometown spot in your hometown and not being WWE? They don't do it now. They're not going to do it ever. Or if they do it ever, it's got to make sense.
They don't do it now. So
They don't do it now because it insults the intelligence of their viewers, because it's happened forever.
No
It's not heat,
intelligence
Louis.
is
It's
being
dumb.
insulted. It's like saying to a kid that's overweight, you can have the cake, but you got to lose a little bit more weight.
Didn't you say when Hangman was coming back, you were like, I don't hear the reaction. And immediately everyone jumped on you, and you immediately realized, okay, I'm wrong. The reaction is still there. You fretted for whether or not Hangman would still be as cheered as everyone else who had come in while he was gone.
Yeah. Listen, I said at the time, like when he went and when Bryan and Cole and Punk did All Out, I was like, that's 100% the right thing to do. Because coming out of All Out, no one would have been talking about Page. Like, no one would have spoken like if the main event, Adam Cole and Daniel Bryan come out, no one's talking about Page, and this should be a huge moment for him. So I was like, you know what, it's going to be a risk, but I think it's one worth taking. He came back, and he got a huge pop. I'll be honest, I saw the clip on Twitter, and I was like, not a great pop. Then I went back and listened to it, and was like, holy shit, like, it's an amazing pop. I don't know what it was. The video I must have watched would have been crap, but it was an amazing, amazing pop. To the point where I felt like my opinion was validated, my initial one, because it was like, okay, he's even more over, if that was even possible, than he was before, showing that risk was worth taking, of delaying All Out. I genuinely think if the match happened at All Out, he wouldn't have won.
If they had Punk and Bryan come, or not Punk, Cole and Bryan coming in. But do they have Cole? Maybe Cole still comes in. Bryan was initially supposed to come in for Arthur Ashe.
Yeah.
So, I think a lot of plans changed once Hangman took that time off.
Irrespective of that, I like even before Punk and Bryan, like and Cole, I still thought coming out of like even when it was just Punk that we knew was going to be wrestling it all out. We didn't know Bryan and we didn't know Cole was going to be there. I said coming out of the show, anyone's going to be there. No, sorry. I mean, as in before we knew Bryan was going to be all out. Okay. And we thought it was just going to be Punk.
Louis, look up.
I was like, sorry. I thought, okay, the best thing to do would be to delay this because we don't know how long. Like,
Louis, look up. Louis, look up.
I know Biggie is teabagging my head.
Louis, look up. Drew is adamant to try to get this done. Look up, Louis.
I can see it. I can see. I'm getting teabagged.
For anyone who cares, Raw ratings 1.68.
No one cares.
Demo was 613.
No one cares.
Demo was a 0.47, 613K. Let's just get through this real quick. Kyan15, thank you for the follow. Drew with the 200 bits, then Drew with the 5 bits, and Drew with the 5 bits, and Drew with the 5 bits. Man, 3 ain't enough. He needed 5. And JJ with another 5 bits. Thank you. Thank you, friends. Let's keep going.
I like this, DM. You seem like such a nice guy, but I've never seen someone with such consistently bad wrestling takes.
That's
someone that used to work for Wrestle Talk has just messaged me and go, Louis, why do you tweet things?
Factual. Fair question.
A valid point.
I listen. I think if this happens, it's going to be great.
What if we just called Sean Ross Sapp? People want Sean Ross Sapp here. I'll call him.
Sure. Let's get Sean in on this gimmick.
He probably has no idea what's going on, but
that's probably the best part.
He keeps tweeting me videos and pictures of like.
So Louis, I will give you this. If this whole thing that you're tweeting out comes to fruition, absolutely, you get to run around and dunk on everyone. But here's the problem with that. It's the same.
Why is this happening? Why am I here?
Hold on. Let me finish my point. If this is the same take as the annual CM Punk's Royal Rumble debut or return, it's the same take. It's not happening. So I don't know why you're hoping it comes to fruition because it won't. Sean Ross Sapp, how are you?
Listen, I'm not hoping this comes to fruition because I think it would be it's 100% the only right story. I want it to come to fruition
so that you can run around and tell dorks that they're wrong. I get it.
No. Partially, but I also want to see.
Louis, look up. Louis, look up.
I can see I'm getting. But I want to see the difference in terms of how Tony Khan is lauded after this, to how I've been roasted.
People will just put the two together and be like, "Ugh, this sucks."
I get the feeling, Louis, that if for some reason he was considering doing it, he has logged on to Twitter and he now realizes.
Listen,
well,
and if it was this social experiment that was needed, so be it. So be it. You're welcome.
A social experiment. I call it a lesson in never paying attention to these things.
It's quite good fun, isn't it? It's good fun.
I mean, to me, it's like, okay, you've built Omega as Omega shouldn't have had the Impact title this year, and if it should have been Hangman Page beating him and Omega being this unbeatable force, but like you can't just do this and then take it away. Like this is so much investment over not 2 years. People are saying this is a 2-year story. This is a 3-year story. This is from the first press conference that they did in Jacksonville story, whether it was intentional or not. And if you immediately go and do that, that's not heat on MJF, because AEW's audience is smart enough to know that he doesn't book this. It's heat on the company. Ooh.
Yes, I agree. I think if anyone can make it heat on them, it's MJF.
I'm sure. Yes, I do believe that. But
that was why I picked him. I don't think anyone else would work in that situation. And I think if anyone is going to work, it would be him. I think that. Listen, I don't think this is going to happen. But I don't see him. Like I don't think this idea is going to happen. But I genuinely think there's a chance he doesn't win at Full Gear.
Jeremy, the fact that you booked this guest on this short notice, it really impresses me. It really impresses me.
I had to download Skype for this.
Piece of shit out of Glitchverse.
I'm about to delete Skype. We're about to jump on Slack from now on, Jeremy. I'm tired of dealing with Skype.
God.
Slack
yes.
sucks.
Woo, boy.
Slack is
so
infinitely superior.
Jeez.
Yeah, TK is just going through all of Louis' quote tweets.
Yeah.
He's like,
He's
oh,
gonna
wait.
DM me like, thank you.
Oh yeah.
I doubt it, buddy.
He'll offer you a job. You'll be the one to put together the Craven Cottage card.
Louis the anti-consultant. He's like, okay, what would you do? And then he doesn't, like, he intentionally doesn't do it.
That's right.
I mean, bless you, Louis. If I had Twitter at 21, the shit I would have fired off would be so much worse than this.
Guys, you should see my drafts.
Oh, I'd rather not.
I told you, send your tweets to me, and I'll tweet this stuff because everyone thinks I'm doing a bit anyway. So
when I'm drawing for engagement, and I want to rile people up.
No, that's stupid. That's stupid. Don't do that.
There's good heat and there's your heat.
Because you'll get a reputation as being a jackass. You don't want a reputation as being a jackass if you want to make money doing this long term.
Louis held his
Buddy,
phone
I
up,
get
didn't see it.
90,000 tweets a month. I don't know what the hell you're telling me.
What is this, Louis? We can't see what it says.
This is my brother.
I was going to say that's
okay.
family.
He goes, dumbest shit I've ever read.
See, the trick is to not have family that likes wrestling because then you don't have to deal with
Louis,
that.
look up.
Yes, right, okay. Hear me out. Hear me out. So this all came from, like, when you watch TV, what you think is the end game often isn't the end game. So why have we decided that the story that's gone on for 3 years has to end in 2 weeks?
Sorry, someone pointed out Ross Berman's tweet, and it's fantastic.
Who is Ross Berman?
Oh, that's very mean.
Come on.
Yeah, I got
That's
that one wrong
very
too.
mean.
Why are you trying to get heat with everybody?
Yes.
Jeez. How do you
I'm
not know Ross
genuinely-
Berman?
I'm genuinely serious.
Ross writes for WrestleZone. And
Come on,
does,
he is like the 6th most popular Ross in wrestling media. Like, you have to know who this is.
What's his Twitter handle? What's he said?
Ross Berman has said
W. Berman.
Odysseus spent 10 years at war and another 10 years lost at sea. Do you know this story, Louis? The tales.
Sorry? Yes.
Okay. The tales of which have inspired countless stories of adventure, but what would have really made the Iliad and Odyssey better is after 20 years of the blinding Cyclops escaping the Lotus Eaters, defying the gods themselves, and slaying all of Penelope's suitors. Just as he was about to be reunited with his loving wife, Odysseus was shanked by MJF.
There is another one you're missing here. I have an idea. What if
Well-
Hangman Page descends all the way to Hades, bribes Charon to cross the river Styx, melts Persephone's heart with the poem, freeing his beloved AEW championship from the underworld, so long as he never looks at it until back in the world of the living. Then, right as he crosses back into our world, he steps back, finally looks upon his beloved title, and then MJF beats him with a roll-up.
Listen, if you want to do it with a roll-up, great.
No, Louis! Louis,
Diamond
stop
Ring.
that!
Diamond ring it.
Stop that. With a roll-up?
No, not a roll-up. A diamond ring, sure. Listen, Sean, I've had people DM me and say they agree, but are unwilling to come forward.
Because they're cowards, because they don't actually agree.
They're
They
calling
do.
you brave in the DMs, are they?
What does it say that they're not willing to tell you that publicly?
Yes.
That we've created a discourse on Twitter where people feel they cannot be honest.
Yeah, right.
No,
Have
you
you
wait
seen
until
my
3 a.m.
tweets?
I am the voice of the voiceless.
Okay, so
Oh,
this is
Christ.
missing a very crucial story element. MJF needs to come out to Cult of Personality.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is
The only way.
Gene.
Drew just gifted a bunch of subs that we'll read off here in a second. But Jeff Hawkins is in the chat, my God.
Yes.
Louis'
Listen,
face is
there
being covered by
was a-
emojis.
I love these emotes, man.
This really shows that I've just grown up on WWE, doesn't it?
Which
I
is
don't know if
weird
grown up
because
is the
you've
word I
been
use.
around since AEW has started.
Yeah, but like, I grew up.
We
On
all grew
WWE.
up on WWE.
No, you grew up on like NWA.
And I
And-
grew up on mid-90s WCW.
Yep.
Exactly. The great stuff. But no, I back this. I back this opinion, and when it happens, I want you all to apologize to me.
If it happens.
Listen,
If this happens.
let's make a deal, Jeremy.
Do what?
If this happens,
Uh-huh.
you have to change the name of the distraction to the Danger Zone, spelt Dangoor.
I can't do that because that's already a name of a podcast.
Is it?
Yeah. Chris Danker
What
has the Danger Zone.
Okay, go for the Dangoor Zone.
The Dangoor Zone? Is that how you want me to do it? The Dangoor Zone?
So if this happens, you change the name of the podcast, of the name of this show, to the Dangoor Zone.
Dangoor distraction.
Dangoor Extraction.
Tope Suicida, thank you.
What happens when this doesn't happen, Louis?
You give him the corner 3 every week.
No,
on
I'm
the
not
distraction.
replacing O'Neal with Dangoor. Are you kidding me?
I will
Valid.
give you my interviews to Scoop.
You already sent me some of them to transcribe. Let me do the interviews.
I don't think they'd like that.
Probably not.
What will I do?
Give Sean the interviews.
Yeah,
Make
that'd be
fun.
nice.
There you go.
Specifically that one you almost got this week.
People want your head shaved if you're wrong.
There's a lot of
No.
head shape talk here.
No.
Smooth Dangoor when it never happens.
Man.
Listen, I'm going to consider booking a flight to the Virginia show.
What?
Why?
So when
No
it
one wants to
happens,
go to Virginia. I was born in Virginia. I don't want to go back
when
there.
it happens, I storm the ring.
Did you storm the
So you don't want to do that in Virginia. Bad things happen when you storm things. in
Wait,
Virginia.
so okay, for some reason when I read your tweet, I thought you meant like the Long Island show do it. No, you
He wants it done in Hangman's hometown, Sean.
Louis.
Yeah, he wants to go full Vinny on this.
Why not?
And then the next week they're in Chicago, which is a white hot town, but I mean a couple weeks later they're in Louis, this is terrible, this idea.
No.
Hey, why don't we wait until July and just do it on his birthday?
Let it
It's
play
like-
out.
Let it play out.
It's like, hey, let's kill the town. Why? Because it'd be funny.
But then you
Damn it
make
for
the
the
bigger
heat.
town the next time they come to Virginia.
What?
So, You
I'd like
do
to
this
assume
now.
it's
How,
coming
how
back.
often do you think they're going to Norfolk?
I don't know where Virginia
man.
is. How often-
Exactly.
Town, the Norfolk.
I think they're in Chesapeake. Aren't they in Chesapeake? Or are they in Norfolk?
They're in Norfolk.
It's Norfolk.
Wait.
It's actually Norfolk. Louis, look up.
This keeps happening.
Eye contact.
So I have received a message from someone who shall remain anonymous.
Coward.
Of course.
I agree
Anonymous
with you
general
on the
manager.
basis that it would be effing hilarious, and I don't care about wrestling enough to complain about it like everyone else. I think it'd be quite funny, and it'd be entertaining to see the wrestling world collapse.
That's MJF himself. That's the only person who would find that funny.
I don't know. I think even he'd hate it. I think the only person that would genuinely like the only three people are Bruce, Vince, and John Laurinaitis,
And you?
and me, of course. But like, it
So
can't-
let me ask.
go on, cross-examine me.
Is your WWE hat fitted or is it a snapback?
Does he have his WWE hat?
Yeah, it's always there.
Oh my god. What a screenshot. JJ's gonna screenshot the fuck out of this.
Someone's got to donate 5 bits right now.
Louis, look up.
Jeff Hawkins says eat the hat. If this doesn't happen, you gotta eat the hat.
Yeah, because we can't keep doing these.
Louis, look up.
We can't keep... That's too...
You gotta like go all the way up with your head. Like you gotta like fully
Yeah, look right up there.
look up. Like look at the ceiling.
I'm not your show monkey.
I
But
mean,
you're doing a great job, and we appreciate
you
it. Hello.
accepted this
Fightful
invite.
Faithful.
What did you think?
I don't know. I thought one of you might agree with me. I thought I'd be able to tell some.
Why would you think
thought
anybody
you
was
were
gonna
going
agree
to
with
come on this
you?
show and have honest, serious discourse about this wrestling take?
Yes.
Are you familiar with the content that we produce? Denise turned off half our audience last night by complaining
Hello.
about 2 football
Fightful
teams
Faithful.
that nobody watches.
I saw you two having an intense
28
debate.
minutes,
with,
Sean.
Oh my
28 minutes.
Do a dance, Louis.
Do what?
Can you, Louis, can you do a dance and maybe we'll catch up on these bits and stuff, Jeremy?
Hello.
Let's,
That's
Is
not the
that his-
head
he's
nod.
just nodding his head.
What are you on the bump? He wishes.
Yes.
with that hat, he's in.
Louis, would you accept an invite to a bump?
Do your best Matt Camp impersonation. Hello, everybody. It's Matt Camp.
Why is he so angry?
That's mean. I would go on the bump if they asked me.
I know.
Good.
Hello. Fightful Faithful.
I think Matt Camp is this generation's Pettingill, and people won't appreciate him until he leaves.
Wait a minute, weren't you praising Matt Camp and calling him the next, oh my god, to Mike Tenay at one point?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know that, but I'm serious. He reminds me a lot of Todd Pettingill,
Hello.
and I don't
Fightful
think I
Faithful.
appreciated Todd Pettingill until he was gone, and I was like, oh man, he was pretty good at his job.
So basically what you're saying is we got to bring on Matt Camp and then have him in your house next year.
I think he'd be really great at that.
All right.
I agree. Oh, you.
So anyway,
tweeted-
back to this take. You really think that this is going to be the way it works, eh?
Hold on, I gotta say, I just saw a tweet that says, underrated WWE brain part of this tweet is that AEW has a #1 contender crowned at the pay-per-view, but he has Hangman lose to someone else entirely in the meantime.
Because Hangman is upset that MJF is interrupting his big Virginia celebration. So he's like, you know what? We're going to do this title match right here in Virginia. And then MJF
Yes.
is going to win.
What's wrong with that?
Well, nothing until the part where he loses.
But, okay. So say he loses, but they go to Virginia next year, and he wins the title in Virginia.
He's going to win the title just on a Dynamite in Virginia in front of 200
Yes.
people.
He wins some matches between then. He goes on a winning streak. And then
A year-long winning
Hello.
streak.
a
Fightful
year
Faithful.
long.
Does Norfolk even have an airport? Surely they do, right?
Yeah, but it's like a regional airport. It's one of those
Sure.
like
Yeah.
little Cessnas flying in and out.
So, how many times has AEW ever been to?
The Dodo plane from GTA 3 flies in. Norfolk. The only way that you can travel in and out is the Jeep that DX left there.
You gotta jump out the plane as it's kind of just touched down and it's not stopping.
Oh, they use it as a shuttle. Oh my God, all kinds of great
Fine.
gifted.
I have a new idea. Get a celebration on the Dynamite. He does the open challenge on the Rampage. Do we now feel better about this?
What? No.
No.
How does this make it better?
Because
sorry,
that's
can we repeat the question?
But he gets the Dynamite.
Rampage is like a taped show, though. So he's gonna lose the title on a taped show?
No, Tony Khan does it live.
So he's just gonna book Rampage live that week.
Live in Norfolk.
Yeah, live in
We're
Norfolk.
saying-
He's gonna book a special show live in Norfolk to have Hangman Page lose the title.
Yeah.
Oh, so after this amazing moment, they're gonna say, you know what we need? We need to keep our roster a couple more nights in Norfolk. That's what we need. The roster's gonna be thrilled by this, by the way.
They're really gonna enjoy their time at the local
McDonald's.
3-star B&B.
McDonald's not open past 9 in Norfolk, guaranteed.
What is your issue with Norfolk?
What
The
is
fact
my
that it
issue with
exists.
Norfolk?
Sean's not even saying it right.
Norfolk.
No, it's
Norfolk?
Norfolk.
Norfolk?
Yeah, Norfolk. That's legitimately how it's said. I was born near there. I used to go to WCW events all the time at the Scope.
Right. Before I head off, I have a quick question. Firstly, you're welcome for your viewers shooting up. Secondly,
Thank you, honestly, thank you.
Yeah,
That's
let
fun,
me tell
thanks.
you. If our viewers got to watch any more of this, they'll be shooting up something to deal with the pain that you've given them.
right. Do you think
Hello.
Hangman's winning at Full Gear?
Fightful Faithful.
Yes.
Yep.
So do you think it will be a bad idea if he doesn't?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello. Fightful Faithful.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Very-
terrible idea.
Wow, how's that interesting?
Okay, hold on. Let's put this into perspective. A few weeks ago, Impact ran their pay-per-view. And what happened? They gave the title to the guy that everyone wanted to see win the title. And then 2 minutes later, gave it to another guy that nobody wanted to see win the title. There was
And do you know
absolutely
Tony Khan's reaction when this
and it
happened?
pissed the shit out of everyone, Louis. Why are we going to do this again?
Maybe-
That's a
maybe you
lesson
don't
in
understand heat,
understanding
Joel
your
Pearl.
business.
Tony Khan's reaction would have been pure sadness that Impact outdid him.
Impact outdid him?
But
I already saw that tweet. It's not as funny.
Hello.
I think
Fightful
half the
Faithful.
issue is Moose.
Sure. I get it.
Like, I think if it was MJF, it would be received better.
Yes.
You're saying MJF has
if-
to win the Call
if
Your
MJ
Gauntlet.
But
Fightful
we're
Faithful.
talking about Josh Alexander, all due respect, one of the great talents in the world.
Yeah.
This has been, I don't know, a few months of a build. This wasn't even the plan as the beginning of the summer. This is a 3-year build, Louis. He showed up at the first press conference and said, I want to be AEW champion. But everybody said, nah, son, we understand. You're not an EVP, but you're still one of their dudes. And nobody thought he should have won that title against Jericho. I was surprised he didn't win then, but it didn't happen. Then he gets in a great tag team with Omega, doesn't win the Eliminator. So that's number 2. Gets all the way back there. Everybody just knows he's going to fight for the title at All Out. But he's like, no, I want time off. I want time to see my kid born. Like, could you make yourself more of a baby face than him? And they do a thing where he gets the title shot taken away from him in that sense as well. You just can't stretch this out anymore. You risk losing goodwill.
Louis.
The first time, Jericho winning was the right call. The second time, Omega needed to win for the story for this destination. This was the destination 1 year ago when Omega beat Page. And then you had to do what you did earlier this year because otherwise you got to give him a title shot and he's leaving. Oh, man, Louis, This is terrible, this idea.
Louis,
Do you think?
I know. Hold on. You mentioned the Bryan WrestleMania 30 thing. You know that wasn't the original plan, right?
Listen, if someone wants to tell me that wasn't the original plan, as if I didn't know that already, that would be very helpful.
Then why are you bringing it up?
Yes.
Louis?
Because are you telling me that? I'm like Will Washington. I like his work, but he tried to say that if he won the title at SummerSlam and nothing happened, that would have been bigger than WrestleMania. Yes, it's not the original plan, but you can't deny that losing the title and then winning it 8 months later.
But it became a big deal at WrestleMania 30 because it wasn't the original plan, and the fans got super behind him over that. If you fuck this over with this Hangman story, and that is your plan, and then even if you go back to it, fans are not going to be happy about it.
How many people do you think knew that that wasn't the original plan?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot of people knew.
Because
you could
get this.
see it.
Get this. Bryan Danielson wrote about it in his autobiography.
No. I mean, at the time.
Oh, a lot of
A
people.
lot of people still
A
know
lot of
about it because
people.
of Punk walking out.
Buddy, I know you were 12 then, but Punk walked out. They started this whole Bray Wyatt feud. They turned him heel. The only reason they even turned him is because some college teams started to do the yes chant. That's it. And then fans kind of forced it. Now, Louis, in the past 7 years, since that's happened, who would you argue have gotten over massively as baby faces in WWE? Even for a short period of time.
Like, no one really. No one's
Okay.
level of mine.
Okay, who would you say did it the best in that period of time?
Ooh.
I think Becky's a safe one, right?
Becky.
Yes.
Do you
You could
remember
argue-
how that happened? Do you remember about how fans were like, we want Becky? And they're like, LOL, no. We're not doing that at all. In fact, we're going to have her lose here. We're going to put Charlotte in here. And then they had her come out and do the all you people bullshit. And the crowds were like, no. I think you could argue that maybe Kofi Kingston was one of those
I
that
think
got
Kofi, that would have been
And
my
Drew.
pick.
Drew.
Drew?
Not. Yeah, kind of.
If you
But
put Drew in front of a live crowd at the time, probably yes.
probably yes. Yeah. And that was supposed to happen a year before it did. And they pumped the brakes on it and had him lose to Dolph Ziggler a bunch.
Should have been him, Sean. It should have been
Should
him.
have been him. But the Kofi thing was thrown together on accident. The WWE's method of booking heat and baby faces, like who eventually gets over with all this heat?
Bianca's going to be a big star after SummerSlam, Sean. Just wait. Wait until
Yeah.
she wins the title after losing it in 21 seconds and then losing a bunch of rematches. Just wait until she wins it, though.
She has won one match via pinfall since that
Just
loss.
wait until she wins the title, though.
That's bad. Right, hear me out. I wouldn't be saying this should happen in WWE. Or if this did happen in WWE, I wouldn't be saying it's a good idea. And I will take the hat off for now. I wouldn't be saying this is a good idea because there is no goodwill that they would do this properly. But if AEW did this, you don't think there would be a part of people where the whole let it play out thing would be fine because you genuinely believe that Tony Khan and AEW will do the right thing?
No,
because
because
we
they've
just
been letting
did
it
that.
play out for 3 years.
Thank you. And look back at All Out.
But
Look
why
back
is
at the Build
3
It All
years?
Out.
Why is 3 years now the off? Who is saying that 3 years is the cutoff?
The audience that is responding to you on Twitter,
Oh yeah.
yeah, that
Oh.
was
Louis
the ones
Louis
who
wants
watched
this to
the
be
show.
Louis wants this to go 5 seasons when it's good at 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Some TV shows don't need these extra seasons, Louis. Some
Holy
TV
shit,
shows should just
Friends-
end.
Jeremy,
You-
it's the Friends analogy. Come back to around.
Louis, you are the reason why Lost added smoke monsters and time travel. It would have been perfectly fine as a show just about people shipwrecked and encountering some creepy people on the other side of the island. But no, you want MJF to show up in a hatch or something with his scarf popping up and beating everybody. I'm sorry, I don't want that. I don't want to see MJF hit his finish on Walt. I don't want it.
I think you should have. Listen, if it happens,
So it's a
And-
Velcro. It's not even a snapback or a thing. That is so WWE.
I'm surprised they didn't put the name, just WWE on the back of it too.
Doing Velcro hats is the most WWE thing I've ever seen.
Good lord.
It's a good hat.
I
But
haven't done trucker hat yet.
listen, when this happens, and Hangman Page is the biggest star in wrestling when he wins the title eventually.
He's gonna be the biggest star when he wins the title in 2 weeks at Full Gear.
Yep.
I mean,
Gotta be honest.
They chanted cowboy shit at him having a child.
Good for him. But
Hello, Fightful Faithful.
Relatability is a little off here, guys.
you know, eventually there's going to be a short AEW title reign, yeah?
Yes.
Like, eventually there is. And the best person to have that would be Hangman Page.
No, the best person to do that with would be CM Punk. Why would you do it with the guy that
Fightful
is
Faithful.
on the ascent instead of the guy who just came back 7 years, is having like great matches, getting better and better, wins on a fluke, and then gets shown up by someone better than him because after 7 years, there's somebody better than him. Have that be the short title reign.
No.
Have
Hangman
Kenny
Page.
get the shit out of Punk or something. I don't know who, but the point is, it shouldn't be Hangman. It shouldn't be your top babyface that you've just built sky high for the last 3 years. Even remotely in the last, let's say, 6 months.
Should be Hangman Page.
That wins the title. Absolutely. You're right. Thank you.
It can be short. A Canadian Zoodleman says it doesn't have to be 4 days short, Louis.
Exactly.
Listen, I wish this was Monday Night Raw and I could do it the next day.
Louis.
So close.
It would have been 2
I
days
have never
later because
been
it's on a
involved in a
Saturday.
situation and thought to myself, I wish this were Monday Night Raw.
Raw wasn't awful yesterday.
No, I liked it, but I mean, do I look forward to it every week? No, I think, how are they gonna fuck this up?
The reaction to when they announced it, well, when it was reported that Bianca and Becky was opening the show was hilarious. Where people
Yeah.
are just like,
But
Because
that's
they've
what
killed
happens.
Faith. This is
Yeah,
what you're
that's what
asking
happens.
AEW to do.
Exactly.
AEW
Exactly.
will not kill Fate. Listen, Tony Khan might not have been thinking of this idea, but if he likes the heat, he will be thinking about this now he's seen my tweet. I don't even think he would have seen my tweet.
I think if he thought about it, like Sean said, and then he saw your tweet, he'd be like, okay, ain't doing that shit.
Yep.
MJF
Jeff Hawkins.
has heat. You don't need to do this for MJF to get more heat.
More heat.
No,
Give him more.
you
Fightful
don't need
Faithful.
more heat on MJF. He goes out there and talks about drug addict mothers and everything. He's got his heat.
Listen, but if you were to like say that he was going to say that about drug addict mothers, you would have said that was too far. He keeps pushing the line.
Does it not say anything to you that, like, say the last 5 years, since the start of the brand split era, this is the type of stuff you see on Raw,
Yeah.
and their viewership has dropped by, like, I don't know, 1.2 million, something like that.
Linear
You know-
eyeball.
You don't see it as much on SmackDown. Their viewership is a little below where it was about 5 years ago. And then there's AEW that is, you know, holding steady, 900,000 to 1.2 ish over the last 2 years throughout the pandemic. I don't think people that watch AEW, by and large, want to see the type of thing they generally see in WWE.
Fair enough.
I mean, you got Impact was supposed to be the alternative, and then they're like, we're gonna do like Feast or Fired. We'll do the briefcase gimmick. We'll not tell the people who are fired that they're gonna get fired, but they are gonna get fired. Like they started to do so many weird things. AEW is just doing what AEW wants to do, and there are sometimes I can predict their creative, and it ends up being good. But there's a lot of times I can't predict what they're gonna do, and I like that. I like not knowing what's going to happen on a wrestling show and it being good.
Listen.
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 We've been instructed to take a shot every time Louis says listen. So here we go.
Hey, listen.
Listen,
Listen.
pal.
Are you about to do a Max Caster rap?
No.
Yo.
Yo.
Yo,
Yo.
listen.
Yo.
Listen.
Yo. This is so unlike AEW that I think that's what will make it better.
Oh.
How does this? No, not biting. No.
Listen.
Louis.
Listen.
Okay, this is like
unlike
when...
AEW. It'll make it better. Listen.
Okay, now I'm not saying that this would be as bad as like Arquette or anything like that, but this is like when people say, "Oh yeah, well David Arquette got WCW on the cover of USA Today." Yeah, a lot of shit's on the cover of USA Today. OJ fucking Simpson was on the cover of USA Today. It wasn't for good reasons.
JJ in the chat says, you should watch WCW. They put the belt on Luger for 4 days, and then they took it off him. That was a double whammy because they were building up Sting to take the title after Hogan ran through everybody, and then they just had Luger randomly beat Hogan, which Luger got a big pop for that, sure, but then he lost the belt 4 days later, so it accomplished nothing, and it made Hogan look bad because he had this loss in the big build up to Sting. Don't do shit like that.
I like that moment. That was a wonderful moment.
It was a wonderful moment. It didn't help anybody in the long run.
Randy Anderson just head bobbing as Luger got the submission.
I think it's going to happen. It's not going to happen. But I don't think Hangman's winning at Full Gear.
I don't know if you've ever watched WCW 2000, but there's a lot of shit you would have loved back then.
Oh my God, we were
unironically. People like some of that stuff like ironically, like me.
Someone told me. Someone DM'd me a few months ago, and they go, "You should reach out to Vince Russo because you genuinely be."
Oh, he's very easy to get along with personally. It's just, man. There's a lot of those things where he's like, the people that cover this think that it's real. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, that was a legit argument we had. I was like, what? Why do you think our viewers think that wrestling is real?
But no, listen.
Listen.
I did say that.
Yo.
Yeah. I will make a bet with one of you three.
I smell a bet.
I am poor. Go ahead.
This won't happen because Tony Khan hasn't got the balls. But
Jesus Christ.
But
Louis.
no, I'm joking. I have a lot of respect for Tony Khan.
I'm gonna clip out that part specifically.
This will not happen because Tony Khan's probably a smart guy. But I have a feeling Hangman Page. I have a feeling that Hangman Page does not win the title at Full Gear.
There's going to be a riot if Hangman Page does not win the title at Full Gear.
It's a feeling.
Not a great one.
Yes. What do you want to bet? What do you want to bet, Louis?
You give me what you bring to the table, and I will bring you what I bring to the table.
I bring everything to the table.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
I am the table, Louis. Who do you think you're talking to? There are no chairs at the table without me, Louis. There are no placemats there. There is no dinner on the table.
Here's the thing. Chat is saying shave his head. The only reason we're gonna shave his head is if Manscaped puts themselves behind it. So let's just table that.
Can I just say I am not shaving my head.
Well, you shave your eyebrows. People want you to shave your eyebrows.
That's there too.
No. I'm a single 21-year-old. I want to try and have some romantic relationships within the year. Shaving my
You might
eyebrows.
find someone.
First tip: get rid of that fucking hat.
Will you eat the hat, Louis?
I like the hat.
I like that.
What will I do?
Wear that hat.
Send some suggestions for Louis.
I will hand over control of my Twitter to you three. And you can post whatever take you want onto Twitter. And frame it as mine.
Louis, I got 115,000. Why do I need your Twitter? I can post stupid shit on my own
Louis,
Twitter.
I have more followers than you. Like, you're verified. But
No, but you can frame a stupid take as mine.
Why? You post.
you do that enough.
We
Why would I do
frame
that?
your own
Why would I
stupid
do
takes. If anything, we'll turn your Twitter account around and make it good for a
Yes.
month.
Hamilton says recreate HBK's new championship picture.
This is.
You send me 2 championships, and I will recreate Hangman's new championship. Recreate Shawn Michaels'
What the hell you need 2 for? Come on. I'll send you one of those minis.
Tell you what, I will personally rent a horse
I like where this is going.
and
Okay.
conduct a WWE licensed interview on the horse.
Will you name the horse Triple H?
So tell me, why wouldn't you conduct an AEW interview on that horse, Louis?
Because they don't give me
Hello.
access.
Yeah, I didn't
Fightful
think.
Faithful.
WWE writer.
So, that's promising. The horse. No, I think it's got to be something specific to this, though. Like, I think you should apologize to Hangman and Tony Khan on the horse. For sure.
Yes.
I think you should rent a horse and show that horse like the day of its life. Like take it to get sugar cubes and like
Oh my God, take it on a date.
not a date, that's creepy.
Well, not
But
a date, but like, you know what I mean.
take it to the park, all kinds of stuff.
Show it a
Like
nice
are
time.
horses readily available to be rented where you are?
I don't think I'd be able to take it out of the stable.
Well, I don't either. I mean, I live in a place where horses are kind of a big deal, and this is news to me.
Yeah, I can't physically remove the horse from its premises. Perimeter. Premises. I cannot remove the horse. But, and I should confirm, I'm
Hello.
allergic to horses.
Fightful Faithful.
What?
Oh, that makes this even
We
better.
don't want that. Now I feel bad if you're gonna.
How do you know that you're allergic to horses? In what situation did you figure that out?
Because we went to California with a family trip, and we went horse riding. And I couldn't breathe.
So at that point you decided, I have to go get a specific allergy test for horses.
Well, no, I put 2 and 2 together and noticed, well, if I'm not able to
Maybe
breathe,
that horse just didn't.
So
like
not
you.
only are you a great booker, you're a doctor now too. That's great. Couldn't have been anything else. Couldn't have been like the pollen.
No, I have.
It was definitely just the horse.
I think you just got asthma, Louis.
Yeah, Bill's Mafia saying it's just asthma.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm allergic to horses.
Do you have any like WWE costumes? Hello, it's Knight says you should
Hello.
dress as the Fiendess,
Fightful
Alexa
Faithful.
Bliss.
I have an Undertaker costume. I have an ogre.
Hannah says you could have been allergic to California.
I feel
That's
like
understandable.
do they have those AEW wrestling buddies out yet?
I haven't seen them.
Damn, I was gonna say he should have to, while wearing a WWE themed costume, put over a Hangman Page wrestling buddy
Do they? Oh,
in
let's
a
go to-
full-on match on that bed right there.
Hang on. Do they?
That's a custom, Sean.
is
Someone's
good.
gonna pay for that.
This is good.
They have the action figures, right?
Oh,
They
he'll
do.
be
They got
bad.
wrestling buddies on Ringside Collectibles.
There you
Get
go.
a Cody figure and put the Cody figure over.
I'm not putting Cody over.
No, you gotta
Why
put
not?
Cody over.
You got to.
And
Okay.
then after he wins, you have to look at the wrestling buddy and say, "You found your kingdom."
So, Someone's
Okay.
first chat just said, "Do 3 WWE interviews with a cowboy accent." That's a
Jeff
good way to come
Hawkins
in
makes
hot.
a good point that he'd book it wrong. Louis, look up.
Listen,
Oh my God, Louis' mom's gonna run in and immediately attack Cody.
Who's the heel, Sean? Who's the heel?
Oh man, why am I here right now? It's my afternoon off.
I will.
Can you
I
think
will
of a better way
wrestle
to spend
a
it?
Cody wrestle buddy and put him over. If
Those things are too small. I just looked at them; they're really small.
Are they? They're 18 inches.
Yeah, that's trash, man.
That's a good
18
idea
inch.
though, Sean. I like this idea.
Because I mean, the original ones were like, gosh, they were like twice that size. I
Yeah.
think.
Right. Here's the idea. When I eventually come out to America for a show, and one of you three nutters is there, I will dress in my WWE Undertaker costume. You will dress as Cody Rhodes, and in the arena, in the concession, we will have a match, and I will put you over.
Okay, first off, I just want to say a couple things. You don't let me go over. I would go over regardless. Second off, I'm not sure what makes you think that is enticing to me to wrestle in the concession areas. Jeremy, I'm sure it is. Jeremy is like, hell yeah.
I was mainly looking at Jeremy when I did say this.
Jeremy
I think
Lambert
you should
special.
wear the Undertaker outfit to an AEW media event. Like,
Okay.
Hangman is in our
Okay.
chat saying
If
do WWE
Hangman-
interviews in an AEW
If
hat.
Hangman doesn't win, if Hangman wins the title at Full Gear, I will go to the next AEW event, whether that's in the States or in the UK, and I will dress as the Undertaker for the duration. I will go to the press event afterwards dressed as the Undertaker.
Hello, Fightful Faithful.
I feel
Now,
like
what
we've
do you
settled on
think?
something here. I don't know if
What do
you'd
you
be
think?
allowed, but
What are you three offering to me?
not shit.
What do you mean?
I'll offer
was-
something. I'm very
This
confident.
platform-
I'm very confident that Hangman Page is winning at Full Gear.
This
I'll
platform
DM
is
Tony
what I
Khan
offer
right
you.
now. I'll double check, make sure everything's good. But
Right.
Oh man.
what do you want? What do you want from me, Louis?
Not much from you.
Okay, well,
I don't know.
I think you should give me your scoops for a week.
I'll
waiting for
send
that
you
one.
good tweets, Louis, so your Twitter account doesn't suck so much. That's what you
No,
can get
because
from
when
me.
it doesn't happen, I'm going to be proved right. When he doesn't win the title, everyone will realize I'm a visionary.
When Hangman Page doesn't win the title, what would you like from?
Listen, Ollie Davis said the same thing on the Rust Talk podcast. He doesn't want to see Hangman win the title at Full Gear. And Ollie Davis is a
Why
great
are y'all?
What the hell is in the water over there?
Yeah, why are y'all so dumb?
This is why we left. This is why we left that country. Y'all couldn't book for shit back then either.
It's going to be fun. Are you guys going to Full Gear?
Sean
I am.
is, Yeah, I would have
I
if
am
it was
not.
still in St. Louis.
I am
When it
poor.
doesn't.
If someone wants to fund my trip to St. Louis or to wherever the hell the pay-per-view is, Minneapolis, let's do that.
Well, I'm going to WWE Live on Saturday, and that's going to be fantastic.
Start an AEW chant. Start a Hangman Page chant.
What's the Hangman Page on in the WWE press box?
Yes.
Yeah.
What you should do is
They
do
kick
that
you out.
there because we know that Hangman's gonna win, so you can already get your punishment out of the way.
Yeah.
So, last time I was there, at the event in September, someone tried to start a Hangman, an AEW chant, and it was quickly shut. It was a CM Punk chant, and it was quickly shut down by the WWE fanboys there, who were very angry.
I would assume that if they were there, they would be WWE fanboys. Yes.
They were WWE fanboys.
Well, guys, I am going to go do literally anything but this.
I gotta get ready for another show at 6.
I've got to get ready to not work for once. But Louis, I'm just
My
going to
God,
ask
look
you,
at this part-time
Louis.
bitch.
Louis, please don't tweet. Please don't post anything. Not just for your sake, but I feel like I have to comment on this stuff because people know that I know you.
Sorry
And it's
to hear
like, yeah. Good luck.
Just do what the Wrestle Talk boys did. Completely distance yourself from me.
Seems to work.
They've detached themselves from my bad taste. But I'm going to head off as well. Thank you for having me. Thank you for giving me a platform to explain my opinions and convince some
I
people.
don't think it helped
Hello.
you. I really
It
don't
did
think
help. Some people I've seen the chat, they think I'm right.
All right. Well, tomorrow, I'm sure over on youtube.com/Fightful Distraction, you'll see this entire VOD.
You
up
will.
and
I'm gonna
in
make sure
full.
this is up tomorrow morning, 100%.
Tweet it and tag Hangman. It's going to happen.
My God,
we've
get
got
this
the
shit up.
clip of you saying Tony Khan has no balls. Would you like us to tag Tony Khan?
Look up, Louis. Look up.
I like Tony Khan.
You just said he has no balls.
It was a joke. He has balls. He's got bigger balls than most people I know.
I'm not tagging anybody, but I have tweeted this clip of you saying TK has no balls. With Louis Dangoor shoots on Tony Khan.
Damage imitation.
Appreciate you, Louis.
Hello.
Louis,
Fightful
thank
Faithful.
you for being a good sport about this. You're an idiot.
And he's
but-
gone.
No, that's fine.
Jeremy, I think
good
we-
stream,
I think we did
everybody.
it. I think we survived.
I don't know what's happened on this universe mode. Who could possibly care at this point?
I think we've tapped it. I think we're done.
Yeah, that's it, everyone. Let's see.
A bunch
who
of
we
you
can raid.
followed. A bunch of you followed. A bunch of you cheered. A bunch of you subbed and gave gift subs. Thank you. Thank you. I'd read the list, but honestly, I don't have it in front of me. But thank you.
Shout out to Demean HS with the Oracle shout. Telling stories, man. Telling stories.
Telling stories. Who are we going to raid?
I don't know, but I do want to say everyone should go over to youtube.com/FightfulDistraction in about an hour, and we will be talking some ROH. Steven Jensen, myself, Robert O'Neill, ROH Killer will all be there. We're going to rewatch or watch for the first time for some people. We're going to watch Adam Cole against AJ Styles from All-Star Extravaganza in 2014. So you guys can watch that with us, hang out, have a good time with us.
Hello.
Yes, thank you guys for all the
Faithful.
follows and all the subs. I know Hannah gifted a sub. Drew gifted out 20 subs like a lunatic. And Throwback
my
gifted
God.
out a sub as well. So thank you guys. We appreciate it. Bless Louis Dangoor for coming on here on short notice and taking all that heat. Let's see who we can raid.
Who's on right now?
Nobody. Do you have friends, Joe Pearl? Any suggestions in the chat since we got
Oh,
a...
Kip is playing. Kip
Okay.
Sabian's playing.
Any suggestions in
Play
the
more
chat? Let's
Chat,
read
if you
somebody
got
playing some WWE 2K. You know what? They deserve it, honestly.
All right,
we
let's
got
do
a
it. Send 'em.
good amount of viewers here. We'll go to...
Find someone who's not known.
I don't know any of these people, so...
Perfect.
Oh, Inside the Ropes is on?
Perfect.
We might have to raid them since they're pals. What is their actual at?
Hold on, where are they? The ITR Wrestling.
Is that ITR Wrestling?
Hold on, I gotta find it.
Is it Inside the Ropes? I can't type.
It's not them. What are they?
I think it's just Inside the Ropes. It looks like it's just Inside the Ropes.
Yeah, it's just Inside the Ropes.
Okay.
It's Queen Street Posse. Go say hi to Sandra and Jennifer.
Okay. Head over to Inside the Ropes. Tell them we said hi. Tell them Louis Dangoor sucks. And appreciate you guys. We'll talk to y'all later on. I forgot there's like a 10-second delay as we raid. So
Yeah, we got to get the number up. All these
Yeah.
people have to go join the raid.
I guess we gotta keep talking for another 10 seconds. Sorry to hear that.
Follow at Joel Pearl, JOELPEARL. There you go.
There you go. All right. Hey, Drew, I see you in the chat. Appreciate all the subs, buddy. I hope you get some thank yous and people message you nice things. I apologize that we didn't read everything on air, but, we had to deal with Louis Dangoor. But you're the man, Drew. Even though you've changed your handle and you've turned your back on us, still love you.
It's true.